Hello, and welcome back to our MekHQ playthrough, Raven Acquisitions. So I did started repairs on some of our equipment here. The fire starter's back in action, the one that was down for quite a while. Uh, the Awesome is back in action. This fire javelin is fully repaired again, so our roster is fully up to date here. The hatchet man arrived, and I put our one of our better uh, like pilots, like pilots in there. So he's actually a 1-1, funny enough. And he should be doing pretty well in that thing with melee attacks. We arrived at a new month. We did have a chance to bid on another Wyvern mech, and I was just like, I don't really like the Wyverns that we have now. The enemy condition has dropped down to weakened, so we are doing pretty well. The personnel market updated. I ended up picking up in the last few days. I picked up some more technicians, um, a couple mechanics, I think, and then we have the unit update or the unit market update. And I wanted to have this on the stream or on the episode here because we do have some options. We could go for another von Luckner. We could get a battle mech recovery vehicle, which I want for role playing reasons, so I'm going to buy that. It's going to go into the support area, so we're going to purchase that. We're also going to purchase a Victor. A little bit unorthodox, but it is a city fighter. So we're going to purchase that thing for 7 million, which wipes out between that and the mech recovery vehicle. That does wipe out the payment plus more that we got for this month. And you can see here that our parts requisitions or search for parts is finished up. We're just receiving all of the stuff that we ordered now. So hopefully we won't be spending much more money on that sort of stuff for a bit. And we've had no new operations. No chances to make money. We'll take a veteran vehicle. I picked up a couple veteran vehicle pilots as well. So we'll see. We'll keep our eyes open for that sort of stuff. Jump platoon, machine gun. You know what? Let's take that and we'll add it to our security forces. And where is that? Right there. So we'll add in jump platoon machine gun. Machine guns are pretty darn good, actually. The SRMs and LRMs are better, but those have ammunition, so they are limited in the number of big hits that they do. Then I think they fall back on rifles after that. But the machine guns are more steady damage. An elite lamb pilot. You know what? We'll take her because we use her for both aerospace and mech. So it's like having two pilots, but you only have to pay for one. And then nothing doing here. So this we have until the 28th here of September. That's when this job is finished. And after that, vessel gunner. Nah. After that, we can choose 3 units from the unit market, not unit market, but buy unit. And I might start trying to replace the wyverns with something like some sort of maybe like Jenners or I wouldn't be completely opposed to like more like another Cronus, like more Cronuses or something, but we'll see. Lucifer. I think Lucifers are about 60-ton aerospace fighters. I am relieved that we finally got through all of that, like getting all the parts into storage, and our funding's not just dropping every day anymore, or our bank account. Field gunners, AC5 field gunners, even. A little bit tempting, but they do tend to be vulnerable, and we're not doing combined arms with infantry right now. Nothing. Just keep going. I think with the enemy, actually, we'll take a conventional aircraft pilot. We might, end up buying a mech buster at some point. I think with the enemy in weakened, they're just less likely to attack us. And oh, I also went into the infirmary. I noticed that we had a lot of prisoners, and I knew, we've been killing so many infantry squads and stuff that um, we had there were like 11 or something in the infirmary prisoners. So I just assigned them to people, and it looks like they've pretty much healed up. An elite HR person, I'll take it. We're at 1880. Puts us up to 1930, so that's another 50 personnel we could have. Once we got those infantry platoons, it did take up some pretty big chunks. It's an elite mech warrior and a panther. We'll pass. Let's see here. Nothing really. 1 week and then we're done with this job. This GM. We're going to take a 2-2 pilot. Yes, we will. And there's a mechanic. We'll take that as well. That young fella there. There we go. We have a mission that has popped up, and the Victor has arrived, and the Battle Mech Recovery Vehicle has arrived. So we do two things at once here. Let's go to the hangar and get this thing out of mothballs. That'll happen tomorrow. The Victor activates. Someone who has minutes, so like this guy here. And we can assign them pilots. Who did we just hire? That was a good pilot. Was that yesterday I did that? Let's see here. Why's his name red? Is he dead? Well, why is this picture red? Also, why does he look like he's like 12 years old? Oh, he died from undiagnosed heart disease. Jeez Louise. Okay. Uh, we're going pretty hard on the realism here. All right, Mech Warrior 2-3. We want our Victor pilot to be pretty good because he's gonna be doing a lot of jumping. 2-2. So Koimet Vu. So we will assign Koimet Vu, and we'll go here into Juliet Lance, and let's throw the Victor in there. There we go. Now I'm going to remove the Zephyr so we don't go over 6, and it'll just kind of hang out for a while. All right, briefing room. So this is happening today. We have a recon evasion. The enemy will control the field at the end. They're throwing 10,000 battle value in there. Ruined trenches. Um, we just need to survive for 12 turns. Okay, we can do that. So we will choose Foxtrot Lance, I think. Foxtrot Lance never hasn't really been in battle very much lately, so Foxtrot Lance it shall be. And let's jump right in there and we won't get any loot or anything, but if we can stay alive for 12 turns, it'll be one more victory to add to our um like little trophy rack. Look at our allied reinforcements. They are some big boys. King crab, charger. That's an updated charger, isn't it? 1A9. Yeah, it's got maybe it slowed down. Yeah, it's 464 instead of 5 whatever. Man, that's a brolic unit that they brought here. All right. Enough dilly-dallying around. I'd like to get to the next contract in this episode. All right. So the enemy is deploying east. That means we can be, how about we be down here in the corner? Or do we want to be up here? We'll be, how about we start right here? We start working our way down into the corner. Like this. All right, the goal is just to, again, last for 12 turns. They have a huge force, and it's mostly, it looks like mediums. So I'm not moving very far here. Actually, I don't have to move at all. Skip. I'll leave my southwards maneuver for later. If the enemy starts to get close, that I can confuse them. Normally, I'd say it's pretty fair that we could, like, I was thinking about these types of missions recently where you have to last for 12 turns. And I think for the sake of time, for the sake of like entertainment, if it comes down to it, where the enemy looks like it's really slow and the terrain's like broken up in between us, and it's clear, like it's obviously clear they're not going to get to us within 12 turns. I think early on, I might just like do victory because obviously they can't get to me, and there's no chance for loot or anything, and there's not much point in sitting here for 5 minutes hitting these skip movement buttons and skip firing buttons and all that. Well, they're getting at us pretty quick here. We might end up having to do some evasive maneuvers, but our reinforcements are arriving in like round 8, I think. And yeah, round 8, they'll start west, so they'll start with us, and they'll charge right in there. Good old Draconis Combine Samurai. They'll go straight in. They don't give a heck. I might end up having to go north actually. Although this is some really nasty terrain that they're being dragged across. So I'll let them like get tangled up in that terrain a bit, and then I might make a sudden maneuver north because you can see here on the map that they're most of their stuff is drifting southish. So let's actually get the Pegasus turned around here like this. Same for the Saladin. And we'll get all of our mechs turned around here. Just prepping them up to start moving north into the north corner. We're in round 5, going into round 6. We still have some time. Yeah, again, they're being dragged through all this terrain, so let's just chill out here for a minute. And then hopefully as we really get into our maneuver to the northwest corner, our friendlies will arrive and give the enemy something else to think about. All right, we're waiting one more turn and then we're starting our move. I might have waited a little bit too long on this, but we'll see. But we did successfully manage to get them to go over this mountain. All right. Oh, they have a Centurion D with an LBX. Wow. Direct hit on his first shot. It's impressive. There they are. Cool. Now we make our move. It's King Crab Boy. We haven't seen one of those on either side up to this point. It is truly the 3049 era now. As you start to see some of these more rare and lost tech designs show up. Let's checking the gunnery on that guy. He's only a 4, so he's an average gunner. I was just wondering because he nailed me so early on. But in all fairness, he did roll high. But that is something to consider that we're going into the like 3050 is right around the corner. We're in September already of 3049, and we're still rocking like all 3025 era units, like late succession war unit, an army of late succession war units. Oh wow, look at that! The Locust just knocked out the Charger with his machine gun, medium laser. That's pretty funny. Bye bye, Charger. All right, let's zoom to the north here and leave behind all of these troubles. I am proud that we've managed to not recruit any Shadowhawks into the unit. Shadowhawks irritate me. They're just one of those 3025 designs where it's like, yeah, we have one of everything. So we do nothing well, really. It's like we have an AC5. Well, that's pretty cool. What do you got paired with it? An LRM5? Ugh. Okay, well, what about your close range weapons? Well, we got a medium laser. Okay, medium lasers are respectable. It's a staple. What do you pair with it? An SRM2. Yeah, you could have added like two more medium lasers or something. What round is this? This is the last round. All right. Skip. And I think we can all agree at this point we've lasted we've lasted 12 rounds, and the enemy is all focused down here. They're not going to come bother us. So victory. Don't have to finish out the round. It's over. The whole enemy's aggroed down there. There's the whole enemy forces down there. All right. Normally I try to play all the way through the 12th round, but why bother? All right. We managed to go through pretty much intact. We took one hit from an AC-10. Foot platoon, we had nothing to do with that. So we'll finish it up. We'll give some awards for first time in combat. We'll go to the repair bay here in just a second. There we go. Replace that armor. Ultra green. Do it. Do it. MekTech, we'll take you. And go up here and bring all the tech teams to full strength. I think I might have to try to recruit another doctor. We only have a couple, I think. We have, actually, we have 5. That's probably enough. Gives us 130 beds. Okay, 24th. Oh, did we not get a personnel update this month? Or this day? There it is. An elite mech warrior. We'll take you. And another mech tech. Got 2 days left on the contract. And this is the last day. It's over. We have successfully completed our contract. I think this is number 3 or 4. Yep, it's over. Check out the area of operations. We're clear. And if I try to go forward, it tells us to finish the contract. So we complete the mission. We are hang on. We are successful. We have all 3 strategic objectives finished up with 3 campaign victory points. So they're offering us almost basically 800,000 for all their personnel. Yep, we'll accept the offer. And then we have some people who might be leaving the units. Very, very low chance, but we're probably going to lose someone here. So this is the retention. Some elite soldiers have left. It's unfortunate. And then we give out some awards. We'll go into the hangar here. We need to assign this a crew. Assign them a tech. There you go. And then Falcon hover tank. I think we lost someone there, so We can assign them a veteran driver. That did it. Then we'll bring all these up to minimum complement for these soldiers. And I think that puts us in a good position here. So we did get the battle mech. Oh, hang on, we need a technician for the Victor. Give him a regular tech. There you go. And we need to go the TO and D here and add in the support company a new force. We'll call it Salvage Team. We'll change the force icon to Strat Ops. Maybe there's like a NATO. Is there engineers in here? There we go. There's engineers. And we will add the battle mech recovery vehicle in there. This is a non-combat, so it's a support force. Cool. Now for roleplay purposes, so the mission's done. We are in, let's see, we're approaching right near Terra. This is an advanced world. It's heavily industrialized. So for role-playing purchase, we're going to purchase a couple of units here. We're going to do recovery. Yep, we're going to buy a recovery vehicle. We're going to go up here to introductory box sets, and we're going to purchase a heavy recovery vehicle, and that'll round out our salvage team. We'll also take like a truck or something, like a couple of flatbed trucks. So we'll buy that and that. All right, now we have completed a 3-month-long contract, which means, according to our house rules, we get to purchase 3 units. So let's take a look at what we got here. I'm interested in some heavy mechs, perhaps. Let's see what's available to us. There's not a whole lot in the non-box set yet. Assault. Thunderhawk. That would be so much money because it has the XO engine in there. But let's take a look at the heavy again. I wouldn't mind getting another grasshopper, but maybe an updated one. So this one has a. Actually, I'm not a big fan of this because they got rid of all the juicy medium lasers in there. So we'll go back to the introductory box set. Take a look at the grasshoppers. Right here. We want the N, I believe. There it is, or this one. We want this one. We don't want ammo on there. So we're going to purchase a grasshopper with our money. We're going to purchase a. Let's get another aerospace fighter. Oh, hang on. I have to do non-box set here. Do all. Okay. Let's see here. How about a Chippewa? It is a lot of weaponry with 86 armor on the nose. That is a good one. It's kind of pricey for something that's just going to sit. Stuka. Stuka's not that much more. How about something with some AC20s on it? Thunderbird. Oh, that's an updated. Let's see. What do we got here? Typhoon. EC10s, PPCs. Void Seeker. Um, that's like a drone, I think. The Void Seeker, I believe, is a drone. So we're not going to go for that. But we could do an Ahab. I know there's some in here that have AC20s. Deathstalker. That's updated. I'm not going to buy anything that's updated. Hammerhead, it has 2 large lasers. Wow. That is not good for a 75-ton aerospace fighter. Uh, Slayer. LB10X. All right, let's go down to medium. Corsair. Corsair. You know what? Maybe there's none with an AC20 on it at the moment. How about the Gotha? No. Hellcat. Jeez. This is such an exciting episode, isn't it? Ironsides. That's the royal version. Let's go back up to, oops, heavy. Reaver. There it is. That's the one we want. So we're going to buy a Reaver. It leaves us with one more unit we could buy. I figure it's probably use it or lose it in terms of, I didn't write the exact house rule for this. What would we actually want here? How about a VTOL? Go with all VTOLs. Sort it by weight. That'll probably be better. Peacekeeper SWAT carrier. The heck is that thing? Really, I think I just want another warrior. Oh, Nightshade. Just one medium laser. But it does carry a Guardian ECM. I think we're just going to take another warrior. Martin Scouts. Cobra transports. We could go for an advanced one. That's the Serrano. This is a large pulse laser. I think that's an ER large laser with a tag. It's 5 million. It's expensive. Vector combat support VTOL. Ripper infantry transport, medium pulse laser. There's just not enough armor on it. You know what? Let's take the Vector combat support VTOL. It's considered advanced. You know what? I don't think we would have, like, as a small time mercenary unit, I don't think we would have access to it as much as I want it. That is a shame. Strike Falcon. You know what? Let's go with the Strike Falcon. Doesn't have as much armor as the Warrior does. Actually, it has slightly more. So let's go with the Strike Falcon. So we'll buy that. So that's our 3 units that we were able to buy. Let's go forward a day here. And who do we want to, like, so going into Today's Saturday, so going into Monday, who are we looking for? I think we're looking for MekTex again. Or we'll look for some mechanics because we just bought some VTOLs. So we'll look for mechanics and a couple of regular VTOL pilots. Piloting 5. Well, we'll hire both of those. Maybe we'll make some use of them. And then one, oh, it's October. Okay. And contract market updated. Unit market, personnel market, check it out. So we get a couple mechanics. We're going to take both of those. And we ended up with an elite mech warrior and a flashman. Flashman 7K. I wonder if that is the standard version of the flashman or an updated one. We're gonna hire them. It's 3.1 million to hire. Yeah, we'll take them. Her. And then we lose some money here because we're not on an active contract. And there's really nothing in here that I'm too interested in. The Drillson I'm interested in, but it's expensive. J. Edgar, nah. Nah, we're okay. We're good. There's a Hornet. Look at that. Goofy little mech. Thing never made sense to me. Such a weird, like the LRM5, you could have got rid of that and, I don't know, gave yourself another ton of armor or something, plus like some real weaponry. All right, so contract market updated. Let's take a look. Not many. Not many. We could fight against rebels and gain potentially 53 million C-bills. Yeah, 53 million. It is further away. We could do relief duty, another relief duty mission. That's what we just did. Then we have pirate hunting. That would be, it's only 50 days of transit, right in the middle, right near the Wrestlehag, actually. So I'm just looking at the contract length. Cadre duty. They're offering us 100% transport terms and 60% salvage. What if we do straight support? 80% battle loss. So we do 80% straight support as opposed to battle loss compensation. And then we can potentially, let's see here, cadre duty. Just looking for something that's not super far away. So what if we go up in salvage? Go to 50% exchange. Not great. Didn't get any better transport. We got 80% straight support. We're just going to go through and try to improve these contracts as much as we can. I'm going to leave this one be. Let's see here. Straight support, 60% straight instead of battle loss. No improvement on salvage, 35% transport. And then I think I already, no, I didn't. So salvage, 80% salvage, 100% battle loss compensation, and transport, 45% transport. It's a 6-month long contract. That's the problem. Where is that? It's on Arbors. So it's right down here. It's actually near us. Cadre duty, Saginaw. That's in the depths of the Federated Commonwealth, the old Fed Sons, I think. And then this one here is in Gallatin. The pirate hunting is up here, right? Yeah, right on the border. And then Concord on the uh, Lyran Commonwealth and Free World's big border. I think we're going to take the pirate hunting. It's 50%, actually, it's 60% salvage. That's probably good enough, and it's against pirates. It's only two. It's only two skulls challenge. This one here is slightly better. I think we'll just take the pirate hunting, and we'll accept the mission. Nice. 32 tons of cargo is needed. All right, let's get everything mothballed. Let's get the target going here. Target system, and we will begin traveling. Going north. Let's take a little look here real quick. See what's going on up here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's okay. But we do see a very particular. What about the rock? How's the rock doing? Uh-oh. It's under the control of a very strange new. So is where's Somerset? Somerset's right down here somewhere. There it is. And then uh-oh. We see ghost bears. We see smoke jaguars. We see Comstar. Nova cats. Wolf. Falcon. Steel vipers are probably out here, right? Yeah, there they are. Yep. Well, things are getting spooky out there. All right, we are all mothballed up. Let's advance a day. Let's advance a week. Let's advance another week. We're 6 jumps out, so it's going to take a little while to get there. Personnel market updated. There's another mechanic. Yes, please. We'll take you. What is this? New week. Personnel market. Nothing. New week. All right, get some experience. 2 jumps remaining. It's 65% charge, so we might go over. So let's hire this doctor. So we're gonna advance 1 day at a time until we jump. Aerotech. We'll take you because we just bought some aerospace stuff. A new day. Yeah, we're only a couple days out. New week would put us over. A mech warrior, an elite mech warrior, and a scorpion. What? How did you get trapped in that thing? Right. New day and new day. We have arrived. Personnel market update. Another logistics. We don't need another logistics. We're not buying a bunch of stuff again. All right, hangar. All right, we need to get all of this stuff here activated. This is our salvage team. Mass activate. We'll just grab whatever technicians. We need to activate this grasshopper. So we'll grab a technician that has a lot of time. And we will assign them a pilot, Wu or Ortiz. And then we need technicians. So tech, there's one. Tech, There's two. And neither of them are assigned to a unit at the moment. And then we need to get this Strike Falcon activated for 180 minutes. We can assign them a pilot, an elite pilot, as a matter of fact, the Strike Falcon. We can assign them a gunner, a veteran gunner, and then they need a crew member. We'll go with veteran crew. Then they need a technician, so we'll just give them whoever. Let's get this aerospace up and going. That one. Let's get them a pilot, an elite pilot, and a technician. There we go. Now we go over here to the TO&D, and we assign. There we go. What else was there? The Grasshopper, the Flashman, the Zephyr, and then the Strike Falcon. Let's see, who could use a VTOL? I'm going to say Hotel Lance could actually use, I could make a whole new Lance actually. So we're going to make third company into a reinforced company. So we're going to add a new force. So we're up to Juliet Kilo Lance. We're going to give them a force icon. It's a battle mech unit that will be probably heavy. Oops. There we go. And we will assign them a Grasshopper, a Flashman. We'll throw the VTOL in here, and we'll give Kilo Lance a Zephyr, and then we need to take out the von Luckner. We'll assign it down here to Kilo Lance, and that evens out a little bit more. But it probably wouldn't hurt to have. We'll do the Hunchback 4P down here into Kilo Lance, so that's evened out now. All right, so we need to get into the area of operations here. Briefing room, we need some frontline. So Able Company, that's all frontline. Then the second company is Patrol. And then Kilo Lance that we just made is a Maneuver Lance. Hotel Lance is Maneuver, India Lance is Maneuver, and then Juliet is Frontline. So Juliet Frontline, everything else Maneuver. There. There it is. We have arrived on, where the heck are we? Accrington. We have arrived on Accrington here. We have a lot of map to discover, and we have, I think it's a 3-month contract for pirate hunting. Yeah, so it's a 3-month pirate hunting contract with 60% salvage, so not too shabby. Unfortunately, the enemy is weakened, so we might not see much fighting, but we should get a steady monthly. Yeah, we're getting a monthly payout of 19 million, which is very good. But that's it. I've recorded 3 episodes. I just really wanted to play Mega Mech today, so I appreciate you for being here. I really do, and I We'll see you. Oh, I might, by the way, I might skip forward one day here and get the salvage or salvage stuff set up. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll see you next time.